German engineering, marvels, top 10 engines that last forever? Right, you lot. Have you ever wondered why those German fellas seem to have it all figured out? I mean, their cars are like tanks, built to last longer than a Kardashian marriage. And it's not just luck, you see. It's all down to the engines, those beating hearts of metal and oil. From the Autobahn blasters to the everyday workhorses, German automakers like BMW, Mercedes, Audi, and yes, even Volkswagen, have a knack for building engines that just won't quit. They're like that annoying neighbor's dog. You might not always love them, but they just keep going and going. So buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into the greasy bits and taking a look at the top 10 German car engines that are built to outlive us all.
First up, we've got a proper legend, the engine that put the oomph in BMW the M50. This straight-six beauty, found in the likes of the E34 5 Series and E36 3 Series, is about as bulletproof as a brick outhouse. Seriously, this thing laughs in the face of mileage. The M50's secret weapon is its cast iron block. It's so tough it could probably survive a nuclear blast, and don't get me started on its simplicity. It's got fewer electronics than a toaster, which means fewer things to go wrong, but that doesn't mean you can just treat it like a rented mule. This engine thrives on regular oil changes. Think of it like a good pint. You wouldn't let that sit around for months, would you? And keep an eye on the cooling system, because overheating is about the only thing that can kill this beast. Do that, and you'll be looking at 300,000 miles. Easy. Next up, we're going old school, and I mean properly old school, with the Mercedes-Benz OM617. This 5-cylinder diesel engine is the automotive equivalent of a grumpy old farmer, slow, steady, and built to last longer than time itself. They don't call it the million-mile engine for nothing, you know. This is pure mechanical simplicity at its finest. It's got about as much technology as a hammer, and it's just as reliable. The OM617 secret, over-engineering, my friends. Mercedes basically built this thing like a tank engine, with massive parts and no fancy turbochargers to blow up in your face. Now, let's talk about an engine that packs a punch. The Audi 1.8T. This little 4-cylinder firecracker might not seem like much, but don't let its size fool you. It's got more grunt than a herd of angry hippos, and it's built to last just as long. You'll find this engine in all sorts of Audis, from the sporty A4 and A3 to the TT and even the Volkswagen Passat. And let me tell you, it's a perfect fit for all of them. It's got the power to thrill, but it's also surprisingly efficient. It's like having your cake and eating it, except your cake can do 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds. Right, let's talk about an engine that's as common as a cold on a school day, the Volkswagen EA113 2.0T. This engine, found in everything from the Golf GTI to the Audi A3 and TT, is the automotive equivalent of a pair of old slippers, comfortable, familiar, and surprisingly durable. It's not flashy or exciting, but it just works. Day in, day out, it gets the job done. The EA113's strength lies in its simplicity. It's got a sturdy block, a tried and tested turbocharger, and a fuel injection system that's about as complicated as a light switch. It's the kind of engine that mechanics love because it's easy to work on and even easier to keep running, but that doesn't mean you can just ignore it. Now we come to an engine that's as smooth as silk, the Porsche M96/97. This flat-six masterpiece, found in the iconic 911 and Boxster, is beautiful, powerful, and high maintenance. Yes, it needs more love and attention, but it's worth it. When it's running right, it's an absolute peach. Smooth, responsive, and sounds glorious. But it has a reputation for fragile IMS bearings. Regular inspections can help avoid costly disasters. Alright, let's talk about an engine that's as smooth as a baby's bottom and just as powerful. The Mercedes-Benz M113. This naturally aspirated V8 is the automotive equivalent of a well-tailored suit, refined, sophisticated, and built to impress. You'll find this engine in a whole host of Mercedes models, from the stately E-Class and S-Class to the sporty SL-Class. And let me tell you, it's the perfect fit for all of them. It's got the power to waft you along in luxury, but it can also unleash a torrent of torque when you need to show those pesky BMW drivers who's boss. The M113's secret weapon is its low-stress design. Mercedes didn't try to squeeze every last horsepower out of this engine. Instead, they focused on building something that would last. Now, let's talk about an engine that's as smooth as a jazz saxophone and just as sophisticated, the BMW N52. This straight-six masterpiece is the automotive equivalent of a perfectly mixed cocktail. You'll find this engine in a variety of BMW models, from the sporty 3 Series and 5 Series to the sleek Z4 Roadster. It's got the power to thrill, the efficiency to impress, and the sound to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. The N52's secret sauce is its lightweight construction. BMW used a magnesium aluminum alloy for the engine block. This not only improves performance, but also helps with fuel economy. It's like having your cake and eating it. Right, let's talk about an engine that's as unique as a unicorn riding a unicycle, the Volkswagen VR6. This narrow-angle V6 engine is the automotive equivalent of a Swiss Army knife, compact, versatile, and surprisingly capable. You'll find this engine in a whole host of Volkswagen and even some Audi models, from the iconic Golf and Passat to the practical Jetta and even the sporty Audi TT. And let me tell you, it's a perfect fit for all of them. It's got the power to thrill, the smoothness to impress, and the reliability to make you wonder if Volkswagen has secretly cracked the code to automotive immortality. The VR6's secret weapon is its unique design. It's essentially a V6 engine squeezed into the space of a 4-cylinder, which makes it incredibly compact and smooth running. It's like having a V8 engine's power and refinement in a package that's small enough to fit in your back pocket. Let's talk about an engine that's as smooth as butter and just as powerful. The Audi 4.2 LV8. This naturally aspirated masterpiece is refined and powerful, capable of hitting notes that will make your heart sing. Found in high-performance Audi models like the A8, S4, RS4 and the sleek R8 supercar. It's the perfect fit for all of them. With power to launch you into next week and refinement to make you forget you're in a car, it sounds like angels weeping with envy. The 4.2 LV8's solid block design and robust internals mean it can handle high revs and plenty of abuse without breaking a sweat. It laughs in the face of red lines and begs you to push it harder. But like any high-performance machine, the 4.2 LV8 needs a bit of TLC to stay in shape. And finally, let's wrap things up with an engine that's as smooth as a freshly paved road and just as efficient. The Mercedes-Benz OM642. This turbocharged diesel V6 is the automotive equivalent of a marathon runner. Powerful, efficient, and seemingly tireless. You'll find this engine in a wide range of Mercedes-Benz models, from the luxurious E-Class and S-Class sedans to the practical Sprinter vans and even the rugged G-Class SUV. And let me tell you, it's the perfect fit for all of them. It's got the power to haul heavy loads, the efficiency to make your wallet smile, and the refinement to make you forget you're driving a diesel. The OM642's secret weapon is its combination of modern technology and robust construction. Mercedes-Benz threw everything at this engine, from turbocharging and advanced fuel injection to a sturdy block and a sophisticated emissions control system. There you have it, folks. 10 German engines that prove those krauts really know how to build something to last. These engines are the automotive equivalent of a cockroach after a nuclear apocalypse. They just keep going and going and going. But even the toughest engine needs a bit of love and attention. Regular maintenance is key to ensuring these engines reach their full potential. So don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, or at least pay someone who doesn't mind getting theirs dirty. Treat these engines right and they'll reward you with years of faithful service. Who knows, you might even be able to pass your car down to your kids, assuming they haven't all been seduced by the siren song of electric cars. But that, my friends, is a story for another time.